What are you on about?
Chris is like,
Chris just ran from the kitchen.
True.
Chris just decided to do something. What did you just do in there?
I just baked a cake.
You did. And then you came back.
3-second cake. It's gonna be so good.
Man.
Hopefully it features bacon.
What'd you say?
Hopefully it features bacon.
Oh man.
Bacon, bacon.
Woo.
Guys, that was fun.
How do you
Nice.
even start? First of all,
Let's start with the fact that Food Network is just like 2 hours every week. Deal with it.
Let's just
Sudden
do it.
Challenge, episode 2. Past contestants. Renee! Past contestants on the show. Anna Just curveball after curveball. That's where I'm going to start.
It was right off the start.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, crazy. How are you doing?
That was insane.
I don't even know what to say. I've been
What's
running
up?
speechless.
I know what you could say.
Damn.
What are you
Welcome
working
to
at?
Fantasy Baking Championship, y'all.
Woo!
Yummy.
Oh man,
Yummy is right.
yummy.
Yummy is that intro. Yummy, delicious is that intro.
You guys, I don't know what. I don't even know what to think about what happened tonight. First of all,
I know what to think about.
I want to hear all of Kim's opinions from A to Z. Okay.
So many of them. As the reigning champion of
oh
Fantasy
man,
Baking Championship podcast,
you've got some stuff to get out on the table.
It's raining on your parade.
It's I think the classy thing to do is to know, when it might be time to share the spotlight.
Oh,
Mm.
wow.
So that's
Wow.
that's the tone I'd like to set from
Well,
the beginning of this.
That's a good tone.
And along with that theme, I wonder if perhaps Jen and Chris, you'd like to share what happened to this quad of friends, these 4 friends with what happened today before you watch this episode?
I'm going to catch you guys up real quick, okay?
Yeah.
I like to take a couple little notes prior to us watching the episode so that we are fully equipped to talk about all your delicious dishes. I pull on Discovery Plus, and what I do is I mute it so that nothing gets spoiled. I just go straight to when the dishes are actually being presented, and I just write them down, and that's it. And then I'll collect judge comments when I'm live tweeting during the actual show. And so, anywho, the second I turn it on, of course, sure enough, beautiful Jocelyn and Renee's faces are there, and I'm like, what is it? At first, I actually thought I was watching the wrong season because sometimes they'll kind of lead in with previous seasons. Then when I made the realization, they have been erected from the dead, and they are with us to stay. Season 7. I right away went onto our group chat thread and shared the good news. But I do have to rewind just a smidge because I do remember, and I put this rule in place that if at any point a past baker were to return to us, whoever selected said baker in the OG draft would be granted that baker as their own. We had no idea that there'd be 2, not one incredible baker, but 2.
And who drafted those bakers? Should we talk about that?
Whose luck is about to change?
I'll tell
you. Nay, whose luck might be about to change?
I mean,
Jen
I don't
and
know.
Chris?
One might describe him as the losingest baker in Fantasy Baking Championship history.
Oh, man.
Maybe so. Nowhere to go but up.
Oh,
Nowhere to go but up.
man.
And let me tell you, when I saw what I was like, what I was dancing. I was dancing in the end zone.
JT got a gift today.
I really did.
2 talented gifts.
Are you?
did.
Okay, let's make it a fish.
Yeah.
Are you indeed redrafting Chef Renee.
I'm having my own draft right
and
now.
Chef Jocelyn.
I'm having my own draft right now. Here she is. Boom. I'm having my own draft right now, and I'm picking Chef Renee. And with my second pick, Jocelyn. It's like, this is unprecedented that both of these bakers would be back. First of all, they're both incredibly talented, and they weren't early round knockouts. Like, they were both, obviously Renee went to the finals. Jocelyn hung in there really deep into the season. And look, my baker tonight, we were on shaky ground. Suzanne Morris's Karma. Maybe.
High time.
JT was like a kid on Christmas morning, and I'm telling you what, these other three hosts were Santa Claus.
Oh man,
Just bringing the gifts.
Yep.
I was telling Jan, I said the great thing is it's like this is a gift from the heavens for JT.
Yeah.
But one of two things can happen.
That's right.
JT could win the season for the first time ever on this podcast. Win
That's right.
a season.
That's right.
After 3 cycles.
And you know what? That's just fate. I mean, the fact that they came out of nowhere, they both happen to be on JT's
Cinderella
team.
story.
It's just meant to be.
That's right.
But
Did they make
if he
that big?
if he gets 4 bakers in a season and still manages to somehow not win, it is also fate, and it's just meant to be. And either way, it's just meant to be.
I love you so
right.
deeply that was your first thought. I mean, right away, Chris, his whole face lit up.
Mhm.
And of course, my heart, I'm like, oh, I know it's sweet, right? JT's never won. And he's like, no, there's something very devious and funny about this entire thing.
There are no excuses, especially with them.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Well,
Not laying on the pressure. I'm just happy to see them again. Let's
Yes.
just be frank.
Oh,
Man,
Yes.
how great.
100%.
How
Well,
great.
Let's get into
I
it.
was
Do
just
away
gonna
with
say,
the
let's
board
get
of
into it.
shame.
We
Then
haven't.
they-
That's right.
Then they add 2 bakers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just one more thing, okay? Listen.
Yeah.
This is all happening. I'm on like a work call. I know the very basics of what has just happened, and I say to JT, you tell them that I said this is what we should do, I'm weighing out, I'm giving you my vote, right? He doesn't. He just goes. He's just, I'm shocked. I'm so excited. What, And then I finished my call, and our message chain. I see that I have 88 unread messages.
Accurate.
I think the first line of the messages was like, what did I said something like big
You
big
guys.
news.
It just said you guys, all caps.
we need to discuss this real quick.
Yeah.
Well, yes. Well, let's get into it. Welcome back to Fantasy Baking Championship, everybody. We're your hosts. I'm JT.
I'm Kim.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Jen.
And we're talking about Halloween Baking Championship, Season 7, Episode 2, Back from the Dead, aptly named Back from the Dead. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, so Chris sees the Jen and Chris obviously know a little something what's happened. They don't know much beyond the fact that these 2 bakers have been resurrected. And Chris, knowing that we were going live directly after the show, we had a few decisions to make about how we were handling revisiting rules that were set down in the annals of Fantasy Baking Championship history in the rule book, subsection 2, paragraph A. 1.3. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are.
It is .3.
It is.
I think everyone collectively was like, you know what? I want to tell you what to do, JT, but this is what clearly has to happen.
Yeah.
I feel like we all agreed, there's no way it can go any other way.
That's right.
True.
That's right.
For those of you who are listening right now, or rather listening in the future on Friday when this episode drops, here's the thing. Here's the thing. We're live right now, and right now in our chat we have Chef Adina, Chef Wes, Chef Renee, and Chef Anaru.
It's true.
What is up,
it's
you guys?
It's a plethora of riches that we have. So welcome to the party. Adina, you have me sweating tonight. I got real worried, although those eyes looked amazing. And I was like, she's got it.
Camera's here!
What
Here
is
we go.
happening?
You guys, we're like a diner after a high school show. We're just like, everyone from the episode, come on in here.
Oh, this is the thing. going.
This is the party. This is the place
we're
to
gonna
be.
do this live on occasion, and you want to show up?
Oh,
Like-
This is when you get to hang out with
Yes, it's
Oh,
amazing.
man.
We are
Man.
so excited to have all of these. Dina said I was sweating too. Yes. So, whoa, where do we
Can't
start?
wait to talk about all of you.
That's
Here
right.
we go.
That's right. Our first preheat dishes. Preheat was
the thriller.
the thriller, as it
Mm.
were.
Is it still the thriller and the killer? And then there's what is the spiller? What are we calling the sudden death round?
Nicole is here, and she
Nicole!
said,
Oh, Nicole, it's okay. Nicole, here's the deal. Number one, I am the winningest of the hosts. And it probably would have been bad form for me to win this round. It's okay.
She still would have taken it, but
Girl, you're
sure.
also the youngest baby girl in this whole lineup.
It's
you got
true.
many, many more of these
This
to go.
isn't the last
if you want
time.
to do this
That's
crazy,
true.
That's right.
crap
That's true.
ever again, I want to cheer you on. You are amazing.
That's right.
So our preheat, we had teams, right? They had to make a cookie that had a surprise, also had a spice element added to it. Is that correct?
No, just
just a
surprising texture or flavor.
Surprising texture or flavor. And we had teams right out. Which is our first? This is an early team. Nicole says thank you. She's giving
Oh,
some
you're
love.
welcome. Thank you for your brilliant work.
This was an early team bake. We typically see these, I feel like, a little bit later into the season, but we were episode 2 and we're already teaming up.
This is season wackadoo. I
It
mean,
is
just what
season
anything.
wackadoo.
I think the finale's next week, guys.
And it's gonna
Like
be
I just,
four
yeah,
got
just
5
be
finales.
nice. That's
Yeah,
right. That's
And
right.
at 2 a.m. and we'll see you all here there.
It's almost like they have like too much content this season. They're like, 2-hour episode?
Right.
Sure.
Right.
Meanwhile, the other person's like the other show's like 10 o'clock. I can't wait for this slot. They're like, yeah, about that 10 o'clock slot.
Sorry, Halloween Wars.
Sorry.
Back seat with ya.
Oh man. So let's get into it. Standouts. What did you love? What did you
What did you want to put in your mouth?
What did you want to put in your mouth? Let's get into it.
Yeah.
I just love the description that Shirelle and Meghan had of when I saw the razor blades, it just made me think of when you're a kid and you pour out your pillowcase on the ground and
Yeah.
your parents are looking for the razor blade candy and you're just like, can I eat it yet?
Yeah, isn't that crazy? They had to like sift through the candy to make sure there was no like sharp object. You're like,
Right.
as a kid, you're like, why the hell would anyone put any sharp objects in candy? That doesn't make any sense.
I was just like, take the pennies with you while you're at it, while you're in there.
Yeah.
That
Right.
garbage.
And the toothbrushes. What?
Were there
Right.
ever situations in where you guys grew up that something like that
No.
happened?
No.
It was,
Was it all urban
urban
legend?
It was
Most of
all
Yeah.
urban legend. It was like, don't go in the pool right after you ate, and don't.
Shirelle
What?
has it. She knows what it is. She says, I think my mom did that to steal my good candy.
Yep.
It's
There
the
it
truth.
is. Yep.
There it
That's
is.
exactly what
We're
it
gonna take the
is.
bag in the other room. We're to go
Yeah.
through it. You guys wait here. We'll
Yeah.
back in a little bit.
And in this generation, everyone's on a diet, so I guess they just don't do that anymore.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
Nobody's
I
on a
definitely-
diet.
I definitely remember people.
right, fair.
No
I
one's
definitely
on- This
remember
year.
there were parents, I feel like, who used to take the bags to the hospital to like get the maybe I'm thinking of like because my mom worked at the hospital. There were parents who would take them to get the hospital to look for
Are you
any.
kidding me?
No, why would
What
I?
are you?
No, but they would take
Like the radiation melted all the chocolate.
JT, no one did that.
Really?
No one
Oh,
corned.
Hospitals
and no
are like
one went with the hospital candy.
hospitals are like New Year's Eve and Halloween. They're like, oh yeah, party nights. Like,
busy.
no, we X-ray candy all night.
That's
Like, the
right.
hell,
All night long.
hospital.
Yeah,
that's
just
not a
faking
thing.
it. You
I'm-
fake a
I'm-
broken.
I'm talking to you wrong tomorrow. There's
I
no
feel
way.
I
It's not a
just
thing.
maybe I just remember hearing that.
Your mom's like going through. She goes to the airport and goes through the metal detectors. She's like, I guess we're good. Bought this ticket to.
All the
That
candies
works.
now are radiated.
That's right.
Oh.
Les says now they're just worried about giving edibles away.
I mean,
Just a bunch of kids giggling down the street.
Yeah, right.
They're having a good time. That's all that counts, you know?
That's true
It's only once a
story.
year, guys.
Look, I'm gonna say Shirelle. Hot take: Shirelle and Meghan's are both the ones that I just thought they were so badass looking. The razor blade horrified me.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
hot chocolate cookie with cayenne, white chocolate ganache, and be like, put it in my mouth all day long.
Yep.
I like the
And it's very
cayenne.
nice.
All the cayenne in this preheat was delightful. And Anirudh looked like he was really pouring it in. I was like, what's going to happen? That's a heavy hand. But then when they ate it, they loved it. I would have loved that much cayenne, but some people don't like the spice.
I just like how we watch it. We're like, that's too much, says the person who has absolutely no experience doing this whatsoever.
It's true.
I'm full of
I
opinions.
appreciated Ashley and Anirudh. Ashley when she came out with their story, I thought was amazing. Like coming out with this story that it's the magic spell. I was like, I buy it. It's a spell. There's a skull on it. I buy it.
Clearly, Zach did too. He was
Yeah.
like, I'm going there.
I'm going
Alright.
there. Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
I dug Nicole and Guillermo's.
Easy breezy.
Yeah.
I love the I like how she was like, can you do grass? He's like, yeah, sure. And in my head, in that split second, I'm like, how's someone gonna do grass? I go, oh, that's how he does grass. And he just goes,
Right. Right.
it's like it's just crazy the amount of stuff, like tricks and little things. To them, it's nothing, but to us, it's like,
Yes.
oh, I would have screwed that up so bad. I would have just pasted it on, and now it's all 3D like and everything.
Making the mummy dirty.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't agree when they were like, oh, we don't need these pieces. I like those, the two little. I loved it.
Yeah.
The dark
I
edges.
actually thought, I know they were bagging on. There was a little. Stephanie, I think, was a little critical of Guillermo's grass. I was like, nah, I get it. It's a story on a cookie. Like it's, you know what I mean.
I love
You put
it.
that thing on a display. What's interesting
Also,
is
they were like, it doesn't read a zombie. Well, what else comes out of a grave? I mean, I guess
Right.
vampires, but don't zombies come out of graves?
Yeah.
Wouldn't they?
Yeah, I don't think a
Right.
skeleton. You think of it crawling out, the zombie.
It's not like a guy that got on the wrong train. He's like, oh, so sorry, this is embarrassing. I'm not dead. Climbs out.
Yeah.
Uh,
Nicole says, how is grass messy?
Yeah, Guillermo saying my grass is too messy, and Nicole back at it.
Yeah.
How's that messy?
Yeah. I don't
Grass
know.
is grass,
Grass
man.
is grass.
Grass is grass.
You
You should
It's
see my
Colgate.
backyard.
Same thing. Grass is grass, Nicole. Oh.
One of the camera guys like, grass is grass. Like everyone just agrees.
It's like, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, I thought it was. I dug it. And again, look, I gotta give a shout out to my newly
Oh
reunited.
yeah.
Woo!
JT's
Renee and
totally gonna
Jocelyn
win.
coming in with these cookies. First of all, cream cheese cookies, mixed berry prickly pear filling, looked delicious. Had the ooze, which was amazing, and then decorations. Get out of here with that clown.
Look at those stupid cookies. Look at them.
And look at the knife in that.
Ugh.
Did you guys notice even the little the wood grain in the knife?
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
did.
I can't believe this. JT.
And they're like silent killers too. They come in and they're all sweet. They're like, hi guys. Everything's just so happy.
I had two separate occasions like, God, Renee is so cute. Because she's that
Yep.
sweet, Renee, you have that sweet voice. And then you're just like, here's my knife cookies with just oozing blood.
My terrifying clown with maybe rabies. I
Yep.
don't know.
Yep.
Like,
yep.
Maybe rabies.
Maybe rabies. That's a doctor. That's it's medical.
Maybe rabies.
Hey, maybe rabies.
Maybe rabies.
There you go.
Hey, maybe rabies.
There's a question.
Rabies.
Question mark? No question mark?
Maybe
Yeah,
rabies.
no.
Maybe rabies?
Maybe rabies.
Maybe rabies.
Maybe
Maybe
rabies.
rabies.
Yeah.
Interim
Maybe-
rabies.
Maybe a period.
yeah.
Maybe rabies.
It's,
Period.
uh,
I don't know.
Be a nice vet we open up like a clinic. Maybe rabies.
That's it. You found it. You found
Lighten
it.
the mood a little bit.
That's
Right.
That's the way they answer the phone.
Just a little dog with its head cocked to the
Maybe
side when
rabies
they're
not
just,
gonna
they
help.
look like
Yeah.
They're
they're
rabies. Is it rabies? And they're like, maybe.
Yep,
Maybe
the
rabies.
logo. The logo.
They never tell you the diagnosis though.
They don't.
Is it rabies? I don't know. Maybe.
They don't want to worry you. You're a new dog owner.
And then Zach is like, he's like, oh, this looks like a scone. And I'm like, yeah, you got a problem with that?
Nope.
What's wrong with the scone? Scones are delicious,
It's
Zach.
a fat cookie.
It's a fat cookie. It's a fat clown
Right.
cookie. Shut up.
Right. Does that not meet the criteria if it's a scone versus a cookie?
Well,
Sometimes they get deep where it's like, we're going to make tarts and then we're going to make Betty's and then I'm just gone at that
Yeah.
point. I don't know what's going on.
They gotta find something.
It's true. Well, speaking of decorations, let's talk about Adina and Wes because the eyeballs and bed bugs.
Whoa.
That was
Get
creepy. Good eyeballs.
Get
Chris
out.
and I had
Get
bed
out.
bugs when we lived in New York. So
Been there.
this one really
Oh, 3 out of 4.
spoke to me.
3 out of 4 of us had bed bugs.
Oh.
Kim didn't have. She had left me at that point.
Haha, jealous.
Bed
The
bugs
most
are
just-
literally the reason we're married is bed bugs.
Ah.
Yeah.
Right.
How did you meet?
Right.
Bag bugs.
Bed bugs might have been bed bugs might have been the dagger in my New York.
He's in
Yeah.
New York by himself in his crappy little apartment. Like
He thought he was by himself.
I think
Yeah,
it's true.
fair. Taking apart furniture, it like falls on his head and he's bleeding and he's miserable. And I'm like, come to Los Angeles. It's
Oh,
really
man.
sunny.
And we don't have bed bugs.
I live here.
It's true.
We don't have bed bugs.
Oh man.
And then
But we may be rabies.
We may be rabies. Well played.
Thank you. And we take that chapter and we put it on the shelf and
That's
move
right.
on.
Beautiful.
Yeah, they were all. I mean, they were all awesome.
So good. So good.
Ashley and yep, I love those. It was like the witch peeking through, which was really creepy. A little trouble. Every time I see it, what like any icing or the frosting, am I saying the wrong thing? When the cookie's a little too hot or something, and you see it melt,
Yeah.
it is the most depressing. It's so sad because it's like there's always like a tinge. I'm like maybe it'll be okay, and then the icing's like, oh god, no.
Right.
Slides off.
Right. You just need a good blast chiller.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Those are cheap, right?
Doesn't like a little eye goop in their cookie. It's a good question.
that is an excellent question.
It's appropriate for Halloween. I feel like this
Yeah.
is the one season when you can get away with a little bit of like oozing pies and things of that nature.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think Carla particularly enjoyed the eye goop.
Yeah.
Brought that from my own heart.
Wait, so I missed. What was Stephanie? What was her costume in the first round? Kim and I were like, "Oh, she looks like
She
she's coming
wasn't.
off
She
of
was
Dynasty.
just
First round is just
Dynasty.
80s.
That's it. There's
Okay.
it's just an 80s vibe. That's all.
Yeah, they look like they came straight out of like. She looked like we were saying Dynasty, like right off the set.
Or maybe she was host that was annoying the bakers while they were trying to get through their preheat. Because that's the vibe I get. Whenever she approaches the station, you always see like that, like the shoulders tense up, and they're just like, "Okay, here we go."
Damn,
Gonna
I
bite into
don't
my
have time for
time.
this. I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this.
There was a baker one season who was just like would not answer and was like, "Get away from me."
Who was
Would
that?
I
not,
can't remember.
Like, you want me to leave? They're like, yeah.
Ah.
It was in the last round. They were one word and just.
Was
like,
it
egged
Kaya?
down. It might have been.
It was somebody. Yeah.
So Rob wasn't into it too much either at certain points. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, you want me to leave? It's like, yeah, let's
Yeah.
go.
There it is. So coming back strong, Renee and Jocelyn first out the gate,
Wow.
and they take their first
Delightful.
thriller.
What a gut punch! Like what? Like you're like, all right,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
we're further along, and then they come in. You're like, oh, why? And then they win. You're like, why again?
I
Why?
really thought about this because I'm like, is there or isn't there an advantage to being someone who was previously on the show and did well? Because there's so much pressure going in that you want to win this time around if you didn't.
Sure.
But then also you know about the time constraints and you've probably gone home since you left the show and
know they
baked
waited
more
in the
than you
trailer.
ever did in your life.
whole
Yeah,
year.
right.
They've been waiting
Yeah,
the whole
just,
time.
Let me know when
Right.
you need me, coach. I'll be right in here.
right. No, they've probably been baking those items that they made on the show, I would
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
And various other things because your name the recognition just goes up, right?
I guess that's a good question.
Anna Rude says, "You just read our minds, Chris."
Yep.
Yeah. I
See?
mean, you saw their hearts just sank, and or not even that. It was just like that betrayal, that
Yeah.
like Food Network. What are you doing to us?
Yep.
And then I wonder, so we heard that they were all, you all were quarantined together. So was it a situation where like that evening, Renee and Jocelyn found like horse heads in their beds, or was it like, oh, let's do some team building, get in here?
Welcome to Halloween baking.
Oh yeah. Did they have them on like a different floor, just hanging out? Just like you guys.
Oh,
what would you-
right.
Yeah, we didn't. We're not gonna show. We're not gonna because obviously they're not gonna know that they're there.
Yeah,
Sort of.
that's right.
But you'd have to.
And I'm
keep
sure
them
right away they
completely-
knew who they were,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, because one of them ran by and was like, "I'm a big fan." Wasn't that Wes?
Yeah.
It was amazing.
They're at the bar with like big like fake mustaches on. Like, oh, I love this beer. Definitely not here for a reality show competition.
It was occurring to us. So the
10-gallon
other day,
hat.
just before this was like just before the season premiered. There was this thing where like, one of the previous seasons was on, and I had this moment where I was like, I forget that. Anirudh's not talking.
Yeah.
He's not going to tell us.
That's
So I forgot that once you're on one of these shows, it's not like you're just on that one season. You're on the Food Network for forever because
Right.
they always do the reruns, right?
Yeah.
So
Yep.
that's kind of cool. Like you're syndicated.
Yep.
Get those residual checks going.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Dollar bills.
Like literal dollar bills. Like,
Yeah.
I got a 15-cent check.
Oh man.
I think it's nice though because you know that if you're eliminated from this show, if you don't ultimately win, or even if you do, they will recycle you in some way, in some segment, in some show, either baking championship or otherwise. Cake Wars, Halloween
Ed from
Wars.
last season. Ed from Halloween last season. Is
Yeah.
on Halloween Wars now.
I saw him in that commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was first. Remember, he was again early removal from early elimination.
First round.
Yeah,
First one.
round. So here he is back. They called him up and they said, "Come on back and let's rock and roll."
Yeah.
Well, the fact that they're on the show, it's incredible. I think like the fact that I think people see it as like a competition, like, oh, they left first, they must not be the greatest. But you're like, no, to get on the show,
Right, that's right.
is like near
That's
impossible
right.
to get on.
Yep.
So the
That's
skill
right.
level's got to be through the roof to be on the
Yes.
show.
Go on their
Yeah.
Instagrams and you'll learn a lesson.
Yeah.
You'll find out.
Yeah.
That's
right.
All right, so Renee and Jocelyn take it. They move. Oh, Nicole, we hope so too. She says, hoping for more opportunities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see you again.
We will.
Jinx.
Jinx.
We should get married.
We will. Let's do it. Okay. Renee and Jocelyn take it. They get the advantage, which is they're able to split up a team.
Teams, they're like, we don't know them yet.
Who are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I thought was it seemed like a little bit of I guess if they hadn't won, it would have been a good advantage for the remaining bakers, but for them it was like, well, okay, I guess we don't know what that's going to be. So they split things up, and we move into our main heat, where the bakers are still in teams, and they have to bake two sides of the same cake. One the good mom side and the evil mom side, right? And they had to incorporate the steamed flavor, and they had to the two cakes had to work together. That was our
They had to match. Yeah.
match up height wise, design wise. I thought this was the first time we've seen one of these where I feel like every other time we've seen when they've done the split cake, they're not really allowed to communicate.
Yes. Oh no, they're allowed to communicate. They're not allowed to see the cake.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
So
what
you hear them talk, and it cracks me up because you really see the folks that are more vocal than others. Because there's some teams that are just yelling the entire time.
Yeah.
But this one, they gave them 4 hours, which is a really decent amount of time, I think. What do I know? They're like, what are you talking about?
right?
You're only making half a cake.
Yeah.
But I thought that they matched up really well. I thought that they did everyone did so successfully with the meringue.
I would be so bad at all of this. So bad.
I know.
They're like, it's got to be the same height. I go, all right, I'm going home.
By the inch, by the quarter inch, by the millimeter, they were, yours is, I'm going to add an extra layer of buttercream, just a rice cookie layer treat, whatever they call it.
If mine wasn't level, I would just kind of incorporate into like this.
You just lean on one side, like to try to distract.
I present it and I just clearly just shove one end up a little bit.
Yeah. Right.
There's ways around it.
There's sugar packets under one side just to make it
Just a
hoist it
shoe
up a
balancing
bit.
Sugar packets. Oh my god.
Here, try mine first. We didn't get to see if it was level yet.
All of the bakers in the chat right now are just reminding us just how fast 4 hours goes. Everybody's like, it's not enough time. Totally not enough time. Not nearly enough. Goes by in the blink of an eye.
I know, I'm a fool. I know.
I think you can do it, Jen. Show them.
Well, here's the interesting question. So we had 2 eliminations this week.
We did.
Okay.
You're already going to get to the eliminations?
Well, you'll see where I'm going with
Okay.
this. Because I just had a realization in real time. This is what
Sure.
happens when it's live, okay?
It's true. Yep.
So
yep.
I realized the thing after we recorded last week, which is that I just skated on by
It's true.
because
She reminded us after the fact.
I had an elimination last week, and all eyes were on JT, and they just forgot that I had an elimination too. So I just skated on by. So
Yeah.
now this week we have 2 eliminations.
Yep.
But they were on a smaller bake. It was on the hand pies.
Yep.
When Chris and I have our fates voted upon,
Oh.
are we on the hook for hand pies, or are we on the hook for
Half a cake?
cakes?
Wow, Kim.
This is something I'm just posing for the room.
Wow,
I
Kim.
know. You see?
That's
you see
like
why I paused everything to
Falling
bring
on the
this up?
sword.
I would never cash in on a hand pie though.
Fair enough.
Like if I were like, I just don't. Yeah, as much as I love a pie, and I do.
A
Yeah.
4-hour pie, especially.
A 4-hour? No, it wasn't
Oh.
4. I don't think
Adina
that 4 hours
is
for the hand
weighing in,
pies.
and she says hand pies.
Adina says hand pies, but I get the sense that Wes might be voting for cake. We'll have to wait and see. Wes, if you could clarify that most
No, that
definitely.
most definitely was like blink of an eye. He's
Nah,
saying at the time.
That was 11:30. No, it's 11:30. We're right in the
11:36.
Renee says you should vote. Wes says a half a sheet. Half a sheet. In the
That's it. Solution found. There it is.
Together.
My mother just happens to look like a hand.
Right. What if it's just your mother's face and it's just slapping you? What if it was that?
All right.
Yeah, just a hand on the.
Or if
yeah,
it's the
that's-
mother
Yeah.
of the what was it? The boxed burger meal.
Oh, the box
Yes.
hamburger.
Yes.
The box hamburger meal kit. Yeah. Oh man. Also, good on him for like his brain. That we're referring to.
Zach
referring to Zach at that moment. Good on him for his brain,
Just
like
pulling
picking
it
up on the
together.
fact that I can't say hamburger helper. I gotta say box hamburger meal.
So-
You just pulled it out.
is that better though? Is that
No.
a better? Is that a solution
No.
to that? Well, I would just do this and be like, you know, that guy that bakes hamburgers,
Yeah, that's
and
right.
I would just have my hand dance.
Yeah. Oh, well, Renee says you should both make a half a cake to put together. So that's a
Wow.
simultaneous bake. That you guys
Like
would do.
virtually, like have the StreamYard, and then you guys can bring it together.
And we'll
on
just
the
shove it into the camera at the end and
Right.
see how it looks.
Right. These are all great suggestions.
Great.
Just the greatest suggestions, guys. Love them. Keep them coming.
Well, so all right, so let's get into these cakes because I thought these were all incredible.
Okay, wait. I'm sorry.
Wait,
I'm sorry.
no.
I'm just bringing.
Sorry.
I'm just gonna point out to everyone in this room,
Okay.
aka the 4 hosts, that the 2 people whose things theoretically you're going to be voting on us baking are actually in the room with us,
Yeah.
and for the first time ever, maybe could have a voice in what their dumb hosts do. That's all I'm saying.
Oh.
Sure.
This is true.
Okay.
Just adding that to the mix. Okay,
Fair
continue,
enough.
continue
All right,
on.
so-
Let's talk about these cakes.
Yeah. Let's
Just-
talk about these
just
cakes.
Let it marinate.
Well, speaking of, we have Anna Rude and Ashley at the top. I want to talk
Yep.
about like the on-the-fly work that was happening there because they were putting stuff together. They recognized like Ashley didn't get quite enough rise out of her cake, which she that she just pulled the pieces together to bring it up. to
Keep your
level.
scraps.
Keep
Keep
your
your. Is
scraps.
that? There's a
Yeah.
question for the room. Keep your scraps. Scraps or no scraps? Do you have a fail safe just in case you need a little more oomph to your cake,
I don't
or
know
do
how
you
many
just
times-
chuck them to get it out of the way?
It seems like how many times you're gonna be making a cake that needs to match another, but it all worked out, and they didn't even notice.
There's lots of reason to keep your scraps. Lots of reason.
It's
But
true.
if you want
Also, what constitutes a scrap? Like, is it the buttercream is scrap? Like the extra icing, I understand, but then like, is there cake left over somewhere? That doesn't happen when I bake.
shaving your cake because they make shapes. They like shave them down.
Yeah. Also,
then,
you're
like, or
cutting the
Sometimes they'll do a sheet cake and they'll like cut out the whole. Like they'll be like, "Oh, I'm gonna cut it out," so they've got the edges.
Yep.
Step into
Oh,
Kim's
okay.
corner, Jen.
Step into Kim's
Step
corner.
into my corner.
Every
See,
one of
that's
the
why-
bakers, Adina,
That's why I don't clean
Ashley,
up after
Anna
we
Rude.
bake,
You just
just
hang
in
on
case we need it tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
All of them are saying keep the scraps. Scraps are lifesavers.
Okay, all right, good to
Scraps are
know.
Also,
lifesavers.
that's how you get
Good to
the
know.
cake, I guess. I would think.
I also thought so. They were the only team that that did they were basically different recipes for the same kind of cake, which I thought was
crazy.
super interesting.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Super interesting.
Also terrifying. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what saved the bearded lovers, okay? Was Wes and Guillermo. I'm referring to them now because they were getting some cohesion resistance on the design of their cake, and then the second flavors went in mouth, judges closed mouth of judgment and decided.
I was wondering where you're going with that. I'm like, are you having
decided
a
that was a flavor explosion worth keeping around
Second,
for another week.
Cakes met mouth holes, and
Yeah.
and there we were.
right.
Bearded lovers.
Hashtag bearded lovers.
Bearded lovers. Look, they got knocked on their design. I'm telling you what, if you're gonna make people make two cakes and they have to, I'm here for whatever happened here. I loved it.
Yeah.
Totally different approaches, but it all, like, I don't care that it's like feels. I loved the movement on the outside of Guillermo's cake. Like the frame was just a little bit like it felt crazy and dark, and then matched up with the sort of, I love the little stars, the little sparkles going on Wes's side, which felt sort of had like a 60s, 70s vibe to it. I'm into it.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
I want it to either be like a full contrast like that, or I want it to be like a Nicole Adina cake that looks like the same person made it.
Yeah, fair enough.
You know?
Yep.
I'll tell you what.
Which I just said the two
shove,
completely different things, but it's all right.
I would shove
okay.
both those cakes in my mouth.
Whole.
Maybe at the same time.
Whole.
Oh, God. Orange clove mimosa sponge cake with French maple buttercream and toasted pecan and fugine. Shut up. Okay? Just shut up. Also, shut up with your chocolate clove bourbon cinnamon cake.
Yep.
With whipped chocolate ganache and Italian rag. No. Okay?
Get out of here.
Get out of here. Unless you are... Get out of here and then come back because I want your cake. Okay?
Wes says they left out the story. Wes and Guillermo are both saying that their story was cut out, and I'm really upset about that because I want to know what the story is.
Tell.
Yeah, feel free to share a little bit on that.
In a 2-hour
Fill that
episode,
chat
they had
thread.
to cut out
Yeah, to
story?
cut stories.
What is up?
Bearded Brothers.
They're about to tell the story, and all of a sudden we just hear like knocking at their door. They're like Food Network police. You're not telling them anything. Bearded lovers.
Well, if they told the story, it might cut from John bringing the ladder in and the ladder bit, my favorite bit of the whole show. What is that ladder with the spray? Stop doing that to bakers. Stop spraying their posters. Stop doing that.
I do too. I think it's hilarious. It's like a great, and it's like the work guy just coming in. It's high enough up, you gotta do it. It's great.
No eye contact with anyone.
Adina says she sprayed Martha mouthful.
Thank you, Adina.
Because it was our favorite line.
I gift it to you.
Yes.
You're welcome.
We had Renee and Jocelyn again. Going back to this, going back to my team. I don't want to talk about my team too much. Sure, I do. Renee and Jocelyn attacking the meringue in really exciting ways, which I love. Cinnamon vanilla cake, fennel almond, caramel fillings, meringue buttercream. The hair was amazing, and then the snakes on Jocelyn's side that were get out of here.
The wrinkles.
Yeah.
The wrinkles.
Oh yeah, Renee came in.
I was so angry at you, JT, when the wrinkles were shown. I was furious.
Yeah,
that side looks so perfectly like Doris Day, 50s, perfect like housewife mom. Oh, awesome.
I don't know if Jocelyn meant for the eye to look like an oven. It looks like an oven. Knob.
Like an egg timer, a little bit. Oh,
yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I like that.
Uh-huh.
She's like, yeah, of course, that's what I meant to do.
Wes says, and this changes everything. A housewife turning into a Cruella de Vil-esque puppy killer. Look at those two cakes.
Yeah.
That's 100% what it is.
I see it. Maybe they cut it out because
it's too good.
Too Disney. Hashtag
can't think.
Or
hashtag not a sponsor.
Or Food Network didn't want to say puppy killer on prime times.
It was one of the two. One thing I'll say though is that Twitter picked that up. There were a few tweets that said it looks like it's got a Cruella de Vil vibe to it. So
sure.
Your story resonated through the screen. So
also,
there's that.
So I may have missed it because this episode moved really fast. But
it did.
I missed the moment where the bakers all got their flavors. and I missed so they got double flavors. Like they could either was it that they could choose one or the other, because I feel like it was turmeric. Like Renee and Jocelyn got turmeric and fennel, but chose fennel, right? Am I making that up? Am I psychotic right
No,
now?
I think they just got fennel.
They just
Wasn't
got one
turmeric
flavor?
in the second round?
Yeah, turmeric was Shirelle and Meghan.
Shirelle and Meghan, and also someone else had turmeric somewhere, I think.
Maybe they incorporated turmeric into
I'm
something?
crazy. I don't know. I'll tell you what, though. Putting clove. Okay, Renee says they just got fennel.
Yeah.
But putting like fennel and turmeric in the same category as ginger and cloves, get out of here.
Hot take.
That's
Nuh-uh.
like adding tomatoes
Nuh-uh.
to the same
I was just going to say, at least there's no tomatoes.
As strawberries or any other red ingredient.
Also,
That's right.
I feel like you shouldn't be allowed to force them to cook with an ingredient that one of the judges says they hate. Like that's just not fair.
Stephanie. Stephanie.
Boy,
what
she
the-
came in hot with that too. She was like, "I'm just saying I don't like it."
Mhm.
That being
Cool.
I'm
said,
sorry, I
let
have
me
to make you
taste your
taste
cake.
it because
we'll see.
I
how
think
it-
that's a Food Network thing. Like
Yeah.
everyone knows that Duff hates eggs. Like there's things that they love to advertise that they dislike,
Yeah.
despite the fact that they eat. Like, yes. You ever watch Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives? Anytime he goes to a diner and someone puts an egg
That's
on
not
anything,
Well, that's
not Duff.
You-
Whoa,
Guy Fieri. Guy Fieri. Guy Fieri.
We're
Guy
gonna
Fieri.
edit that out in the,
Yeah.
the Friday.
Still Food Network. I'm
Duff
sure
loves
that's right.
How dare you say that about Duff? He loves scrambled eggs. He loves sunny side up eggs.
I take it all back. I take
Spreading those
everything back.
rumors. TMZ, Duff hates eggs. Jen's like, oh no, 4-hour cakes are easy to bake.
Yeah, there's a bunch of guys chasing Duff out of a diner in the morning, and he's like, "Why are you asking me
Yeah.
that?" What's that guy's name? The TMZ guy?
Oh, I don't
Steve
know.
something.
Harvey.
Where they all-
Harvey.
Steve Harvey?
No, not
What's
Steve
wrong
Harvey.
with
His
you?
name is Harvey. The
Oh.
guy who runs
Steve
TMZ.
Harvey.
Stop it.
It's like you're just pulling names out of a hat. You're like, Duff hates
Oh,
eggs.
these headphones are making me
Steve
sweat.
Harvey's
I'm never wearing
TMZ.
them again. Oh my god. I'm
What is
sweating.
happening?
Why is it so
Oh,
hot?
okay. Fennel is a great flavor, and so is turmeric. Just not common. Okay, says the guy who got clove. All right,
Oh
all
yeah.
right.
Oh!
All right.
Whoa!
All right.
Whoa!
Whoa.
Kim's
right.
out for blood.
Okay.
Kim's
you
out
go.
for blood.
Kim's got nothing else to lose because she lost it all already.
Oh,
I still have
Kimberly.
half a big.
You do, and he's a strong one.
And he's bearded.
That's
He's
true.
a strong one. Let's see. All right, so we got. I'm gonna go. So let's talk about Shirelle and Meghan's cake because Shirelle is here, and I loved. This is another one. Design incredible.
Oh,
Two
man.
incredibly different sides that work so well together.
Stressed us out.
Cool colors.
Yeah. It's true. Very
It like
cool.
pops really well.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Those
She's like,
bugs.
what did Shirelle say? She's like, doesn't have an eyebrow.
Yeah.
Like, that's fine, dude. Who needs
Doesn't
an
have an
eyebrow?
eyebrow.
Bugs coming out of the ears.
Yes.
Just
The bugs.
could not be grosser. Ew, ew, ew.
Gross.
Like stuff of my nightmares. Give me it. I love it.
Gross.
I love it. Gotta give me.
Yeah,
them
those bugs were gross.
Give me them bugs.
Best
Blackberry
bite,
jam,
best bite,
love it.
best cake of the day.
That's
Best cake of the
Yeah,
day.
it was best cake
Shirelle.
of the day.
That's right.
Yep.
Okay, I take it back. Turmeric must be good because Shirelle clearly made something delicious.
I'm telling you, she's a sleeper.
Not really. I mean, she wasn't sleeping. She was like, "I'm awake."
Just
she
watch.
Had the bullhorn out
Just
with that one.
watch.
Yeah.
Mid-season,
I'm
she's going to be
watching, so I'm
winning
seeing
everything.
She's sharing. It's
She's-
there.
You crushed it. There's no sleep in there.
Oh, just wait. Just wait.
Okay.
You think this is something? Wait till the middle of the season. The glasses are coming off.
Do you know Shirelle?
Yeah,
She
she
smoked
told
the
me
stuff.
everything. Right, Shirelle? Steve Harvey, TMZ, 4-hour
Duff hates eggs. 4-hour cakes are easy.
Duff hates eggs. I know Shirelle.
Edward telling us that turmeric is his favorite, and he cooks with
All
it
right,
every day.
listen,
Yep.
I'm not against turmeric as an ingredient, generally speaking.
It's a lot of.
But it's normal. Is it? Am I crazy, or is it? It's normally. Like
Everyone starts leaving the chat.
Anarude has left the room.
Taking my turmeric and leaving.
But isn't it normally a savory flavor? I mean, I know there's like golden milk is a thing now, but like, I just don't associate. I associate it with savory food. Not,
There you go.
I'm gonna say in the last 2 cycles, I've seen turmeric way more than certainly a few years back.
Fair,
For sure.
fair.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's growing in popularity.
Yeah.
California's trying to make it happen.
California is trying to make it happen. And
It's the turmeric lobby.
he's giving you that.
See, it's used mostly
used in
savory.
savory.
See?
There you go. Yep, there you
I
go.
don't have a problem with it. I like savory. It's weird and bacon. Same with fennel. Like, even Renee was like, I like fennel in my salad. Yes, exactly.
That's right.
Dang, man, people are look at this.
Savory and sweaty aren't opposites.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Sweet.
No, he means sweaty.
Pay no mind to her, Guillermo. She's been eliminated and she's angry.
I've had some pumpkin cider. Watch out.
Well, Nicole and Adina's cake's the only one we haven't talked about. Ginger cake with ginger apple filling. It's just went a little light on the ginger. That was the thing, right?
Yeah.
I'm here for both these cakes.
Ginger.
My language.
I would be Stephanie with the fennel if there were ginger. I'd be like, well, first off, I hate ginger, but let's see what you got.
Is that your Stephanie impression?
Yes.
What's happening tonight? You girls are crazy. JT and I are like, we love you, and you guys are just like, you're destroying Duff's reputation with
I
eggs.
have also said that Stephanie is arguably my favorite judge. I think that I love her level of honesty, and I think that she really
Don't backtrack. Keep going.
That being
What's
said,
said has been said.
I take nothing back. I regret nothing.
Delicious. Okay.
Yes. Adina, you guys use so much ginger. Oh, I would have had a hard time with that. I actually had a ginger challenge a few seasons back when I had to make a ginger apple pie, and it was, I can't with ginger. Somebody tell me what I should bake with ginger that will make me like ginger. Is there such a thing?
Jen, first tell them why you don't like ginger. There's a reason behind it. I mean, there's like a specific...
Sure. Because I have
Ginger
children.
killed my father.
A. And B, I have a few kids, and those
A few?
kids...
You have two.
Yeah, it's a few. Isn't two a few?
Two's a couple. Who's your other kid that your husband doesn't know about?
We are.
We'll never be on this again.
This is what happens when we're streaming at 11:53 Eastern Standard Time. This level of lunacy.
Yes.
No, I had morning sickness. I had to load myself up with ginger snaps, ginger cookies, ginger ale, ginger mints to try to subside the nausea, and it subsequently made me hate ginger for life. That's all.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the long and short of it.
That's it.
So I'm taking any ginger suggestions. I would love to like it.
Why would you love to like it? You can hate it. You've had enough. It's okay.
What if one of the girls comes over and it's like, I'm going to make you ginger baked goods? What am I going to be like? Well, first, I hate ginger. I don't want that to happen.
Well, that's the saying. Just make yourself a Jack and Ginger or 3, and that's all you need to do.
And Adina said cocktails too, so clearly booze is the answer.
Yep,
I mean, it's the answer to a lot of things in life. So.
Oh, here's a question. Molly's asking, what do you do if you're not for nausea now?
I don't know that what.
She's throwing up all the day. No.
Yeah.
What do you do for? Are you nauseous? Are you pregnant with a 4th child? Go on. I'd love to know.
I don't know that I do. I usually, if I ever get nauseous, I will just go to sleep. Just complain. Yeah, that's it. Just lay it on extra thick. I blame Chris. What did you make me? Are you trying to poison me? What did I do?
Oh man.
Made a 3rd and 4th child. I don't know about.
I'm going to pause for 1 second. I'm going to pull you off and back on because your video's a little jittery, and I'm going to see if that fixes it.
Okay.
1, 2, 1, 2.
We're just like, you cheated on me!
It's still a little wonky. I'm not sure what's going on.
It is?
All right.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you're just, it's just the audio is a little glitchy, but we're going to keep going. We'll see if it corrects.
Oh, wait, we need to go on here. That's why.
What's that? What's happening?
I don't know. They're frozen.
Did they go away?
That look.
Oh, man, that's an angry look.
Let's talk about them now, quick.
Yeah.
Well, they can't see us.
Where are they good? Oh, Molly says it's good. Maybe you're fine.
All right.
All right, maybe you're back.
Okay.
Maybe it's just us.
All right, are we back?
All right.
Are we back?
Yeah, we're here.
Okay. All right.
So Jen loves ginger. We just
So I
had a
love ginger.
discussion.
Yeah,
She
that's-
loves
yeah, I
it.
love it now. I changed my mind.
She loves
completely.
Stephanie. She loves Duff and his eggs.
And I loved, well, I already said Nicole and Adina's pie.
Yeah.
But I loved Anna Ruda's and Ashley's as well.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the meringue, and I liked the observation of the light and the dark when you're looking at it like that. And you see that it goes from light into dark. It's almost like reminded me of like the sun going down and like an evil spirit coming out.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thought it was very cool.
Yeah.
This is one of those situations where, I mean, like, look, so let's see, how many, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, there were 5 teams. So there were always going to be, they had almost a 50%, you had almost a 50% chance of being in the quote unquote bottom in this challenge.
Oof.
Because they were going to do 2 teams against each other. So like, that's a situation where it's like, well, okay, just a teeny tiny thing and you're suddenly in the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not fair. It's not fair.
It also seems not fair because you're just taking the team, but there may have been people who were or weren't successful with their half, but maybe the flavor wasn't, or the cake wasn't as successful with the other half. And I'm curious why they didn't take that into consideration.
Yeah.
Yeah, that they did it as a team. That's why I was worried about Anna Rude and Ashley, because I thought, I was like, oof, you guys are going for the same. I was thinking, because a lot of times when they do like things like this, it'll be like, okay, there's a team we had no idea it was coming, obviously, but there's a team on the bottom, and then one of the 2 people ends up going home.
Right.
So my thought was like, well, if your cakes are made with very similar flavors, it'll be very easy to say like, well, I like yours better than the other. And then that's like, you're almost comparing them like side by side. So I was like, oh, that is, but then it didn't end up being.
Yeah.
No, it worked out.
Sort of, except then.
Well, I just mean that it wasn't a situation where the 2 of them, where they were.
They hung together.
They hung together.
Yes.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
And that's hard too, that the teams in the end, it was one from each team. I don't think that, and also it was one of each of our bakers, an observation that I made.
Right. Well, all right. So should we get into sudden death?
I think we should. First off, who won? Who won that main heat?
Who did win the main heat?
Meghan and Shirelle.
Oh, that's right. Meghan and Shirelle.
Yeah.
And Shirelle, best cake of the day.
Shirelle won best cake of the day.
Best
baker.
cake of the day. Love it.
Golf
Oh, golf claps. I love that.
Yes.
There we go.
We're all very.
Anna Rude saying it's the worst part. The worst part of this was competing against your partner.
Yeah.
Nicole says, "I don't want to talk about it."
We gotta go there.
Unfortunately, we gotta go there. So our 2 teams facing off in sudden death. Also, I said to Kim when we were watching this, what a long day for those 4 bakers.
I know.
They got to go through 2 different long and a 4-hour challenge as one of them.
Right.
And then wrap it out with this, 90-minute sudden death thing. So Nicole and Adina and Anna Rude and Ashley heading into. Oh, Anna Rude's furious at sudden death. Fair enough, man. Fair enough.
It felt unfair. It felt on holiday for being, leading into the
Halloween?
holidays.
Yeah. Okay.
It's Halloween's a holiday, and it felt on holiday, and I said it.
Anna Rude says when I saw all the meat on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's like the same thing like when it's someone who is sober and they have to cook with alcohol. Like it's just something that happens, and it's
There's been a ton of pregnant bakers, same thing, who get alcohol as an ingredient that they have to incorporate. Right. And then they'll get dinged if either there's not enough alcohol and they can't taste it, or there's too much. And it's, well, what was I supposed to? Sorry, fetus. Gotta win. Gotta bring it home. Gotta buy you a crib.
The fetus is like, I said it was fine. Just give me a little bit.
And that was me as a fetus.
All right. So
I was excited about it. The challenge itself. Read us the challenge. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we're excited about the challenge. Yeah.
Yeah.
90 minutes to make a ham pie. They had meat in the ham pie, some kind of, which Kim was like, well, it's mosely it's pancetta. It was
all bacon.
It was
bacon. Yeah.
And,
it was all just
what was the other
pork.
One? The third one?
Prosciutto, but
prosciutto, no one used prosciutto.
Yeah.
He said he's never cooked meat ever, and here he is. He had to come in and take on this challenge.
But he took the same direction as some of the meat eaters out there, in that he took an acidic and created and the meat and created almost like the Hawaiian pizza.
Yep.
They described it as. I thought that was a Cool observation.
Like she was like, "Does anyone else I wonder if anyone else is doing pineapple?" And I was like, "Ooh."
Yeah.
Wes says, either way, we are all so proud of you.
Yeah.
So they had to make that. They had to make ham pies. They had to incorporate the meat. I thought the flavors he was after, even for having never done it. Let's talk about for having never done it. Maple pecan, like he went right after the flavors that all made sense, right? The flavor profile
looked really good.
going after all made
And the
sense.
fleshy, making it look, the hand look fleshy like that with the bacon bits outside of it, I thought was really smart.
Yeah, that was.
I mean, I imagine there's also a little bit of a psychological element. Like, my God, you're under so much pressure, and then you're having to bake something. You have to make something that you've never worked with, and you're not going to taste necessarily. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But what was amazing, I mean, like, I guess maybe the good thing is that it doesn't seem like the bacon is what sent him home.
Yep.
That it was just the crimping, which, like, again, you sort of were like, oh God, it's like a little tiny, it's just little things.
Right.
Do it.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
I was thinking about how gnarly my hand would look if I tried to make a hand. Right, immediately they were like, "All right, gotta do hands." You know, I'm like, I'd lose in every aspect of
You would
every
have done the same
competition.
thing. You would have done the same thing with tracing it with the knife, which was terrifying.
We saw we saw.
I'm
two
like,
big-
there's gonna be a medic in there. There will be blood. Okay, let's not do this, ladies and
James A.
gentlemen.
Lewis comes out. He's like, "This is how you do it." And he starts cutting for him.
In his Lincoln outfit, right?
I'm going to make a small
Come
observation,
back.
which is that, we watched also the Great British Bake Off, and they are constantly cutting themselves. on the Great British Bake Off. And you can
it's
always
true.
tell because they're always wearing like they have like a purple, each season's like a different color to be like purple bandage. And you don't always see them cut themselves, but then you just notice them cooking with a Band-Aid. And like,
Which is what you want to see in your
very
when you're in your bakers, just bandages all over their hands that they're about to serve your food with.
actually, the reason we might not see it now, maybe these guys are cutting themselves, but we don't see it because they have the gloves on. Oh,
Adina, though, she said she did cut her hand, but it was from hitting her hand on the table.
oh man!
Ooh.
That's fierce.
In Fury,
Rage.
that is fierce.
She put her fist through a wall. She's like,
Not
"It
a
happens."
sudden death bake off.
Yeah.
She saw John come in with that ladder, and she's like, "I dare you!"
Adina's, though, her hand pies, I love again, going back with the stitching.
Was hers a stitching?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
gross.
Yeah,
Gross.
disgusting
So great.
in
So
all the
great.
best ways.
Yeah.
And the movement that Zach described,
Mhm.
so smart, witchy, haunting, sock doll, effective. Agree.
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 Yeah.
Man.
I'd eat them
Well, I'll
all.
tell you what, I would have eaten all of them. I will say that there was not one that I was like, no, I don't want that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We always watch. It sucks that this is all. It's like late at night when you watch this stuff because then it ends and you're like, I'm hungry. I want to shove all that in my face.
And we don't have some baked good that we've freshly prepared in preparation for watching the show. We have disgusting Chips Ahoy and Oreo sleeves and other things that we're just going to shovel into our mouth.
I have like
at a rapid pace.
Yeah, I just have like a box of donuts that like I pick off. I just kind of like break them off. So I'm like, I'm not eating the whole thing. And then I go in the other room and turn back around and take off another piece.
Right.
And slowly have 7. So it doesn't really work
You're
out.
doing the exercise to walk in and out of the room, though.
That's true. Does it still count if donut is on my mind the whole walk?
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
Yes.
I definitely wanted to stress eat during this episode.
Yeah.
But as we've said before, I'm not really a sweet person. I usually am more savory. So I was like, during a commercial break, I'll make myself popcorn. And it's not enough time. And I was too stressed. So then I was just mad because I was hungry and I wanted to eat my feelings, but I couldn't. So then I just ate some cereal and I was sad.
Yeah. Well,
That's all right. That's okay.
No
And then I
sad
lost
cereal.
my baker.
and then you lost your baker.
Oh.
Yep. We had to say this was again. I think clearly all of them were very successful in making these ham pies. There was it seemed like.
Is that us again?
I don't know if we're live right now, but if we are, do. Can anyone see us? Are we visible or are we completely frozen?
I think we're frozen. I think we're frozen.
Think we're frozen? I think we're frozen too.
Yeah.
Wait, yes, you can hear us, or are they answering?
Oh, okay. They're saying yes, they can hear us.
So it's Kim and JT in the woods in West Virginia.
Which maybe should have been.
Hey, it's our own show!
Oh!
It worked! All right, so here's really what happened. They got fired. Okay, so while we were all talking about the bake, we texted them and said, "You're
Oh!
You're not
Nothing to see!
Do.
We were missing you the whole time.
Yeah, you weren't fired.
What?
Huh? Welcome back.
They belong to the lake now. Guillermo
We do belong to the lake. Sorry, guys. We got way disconnected. I'm not sure what happened. Molly says she can neither hear nor see us, but I'm hoping she can see us now. Can you hear us okay?
I can hear you.
I can hear you okay.
Okay, great.
And you look
Back from the
adorable.
dead. You're back from the dead.
From the dead.
Oh, we're back
There
from the
we
dead.
go.
Renee's behind you, and John's like, "Oh God!"
Our connection tonight is very strange, so we apologize if it sounds a little clunky on the outside.
On the live, yeah.
Yeah, because it's showing me like our connection is fairly good, but not great.
Yeah.
So
It's all right.
It happens.
It does happen. It's true. All right, so we had to say goodbye to two of our bakers.
Love you, Hannah Rude. I love you so much.
I love Anna Rude.
No.
We love Anna Rude. We love Nicole. We're definitely going to see them again. We know that, right?
That's right.
For sure.
For sure in our dreams, probably also on Food Network.
That's
That
right.
is true.
That's exactly right.
That's it.
Well, and it's also time, I think. JT and Jen, I think it's time. Now, Chris, how do we want to do this? Do we want JT and Jen to decide our fates, or is it that the three of you decide my fate and then three of us decide your fate? How do you want to do this?
I don't know. So also remember, to everyone that's watching in the chat. So what happens? We have all season long, so we don't necessarily have to bake immediately, since we each have two bakers. Well, Kim's gonna have to bake something because she's out now, and that's so sad. Just so terribly sad.
Well, no, I may not have to because I still have Wes. You could decide that.
That's
you want to
right.
gamble.
Oh, that's
gonna
true.
I was going to say.
That is true. So we could definitely be we might have to bake, and that's totally fine. But that means we won't bake anything else the rest of the season. But you know what? They know what's coming up. So
say nothing, guys.
So
I don't want them to give it away.
that's true. So maybe I don't know. I'm willing to do whatever.
So the stakes are that Chris has. Who do you have left?
I have Guillermo.
You have Guillermo. Okay, so we could have him bake Anna Rude's either cake or hand pie. We still haven't decided that.
Mm-hmm.
Or we could roll the die in the event that Guillermo is eliminated before the finals. Because the rule, y'all, is that if you make it to the finals, then congrats. You don't have to bake anything, which happened to me last year. The last two I don't think I baked the last two seasons.
I'm sure one of those seasons was probably we just didn't get around to
I
baking.
think I made it to the final. I always make it to the finals and then don't win. Because Kim's got one person that's just like, hey, guess what? Gonna win. Gonna win the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then she does.
I did not have to bake last season.
You did not have to bake last season.
And then Chris just decided not to bake last season.
Right. Right.
You know,
So that's the other thing too.
I stood with Kim. I said, I will not bake either. I stood with my girl.
Okay, so let's start with Chris.
Okay.
Okay.
Start, baby.
What do you guys think? First, I think it should just be the cake. I think the hand pie should be off the table.
Fair. I think the hand pie is off the table. I think
Because Chris has made a hand pie before too.
Have
That's
I?
right.
He
Okay.
did. You had to make a ham pie before. Remember, you made those little pecan ham pies.
Oh yeah.
They
were they
good.
delicious?
Yeah, they were.
See,
Yeah,
I don't want to show off. So
Yeah.
That's it.
if I'm voting, I'm gonna. He's still got 2 bakers left, right? Because he's got his solo
His team
baker,
baker.
and he's got his team
And Miss Baker.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna vote to roll the dice because I feel like this is a pretty simple challenge. Although I would find it very hilarious to see what kind of face he would make. But I think I just want to see something more challenging for him.
Oof.
Maybe, but I like
Then a
you get 2
cake.
votes,
Not the
so-
cake itself, but then just a cake, you're saying. Like you'd rather make like a croquembouche or, some other weird Food Network inspired dish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man,
What do you think,
I don't
JC?
know. I don't know. It's a big cake. It's a big cake. It's a 4-hour cake. There's
fair.
meringue
Mhm.
involved. It sort of
Easy.
feels like
Easy.
it sort
Meringue.
of feels like it would be just, I don't know. This feels really challenging to me. Jen, what are you thinking? What are you feeling?
My first thoughts are that
Maybe rabies?
maybe rabies.
Okay.
I always selfishly think of myself. Okay. And the fact that I just don't like white chocolate, so I wouldn't be jazzed about this necessarily, but maybe this combination would be delicious. And I've never had anything cardamom in a dessert, I don't think. But we're seeing you make a cake. And I don't know that I want to see our next live stream to be one of the other one of us making a cake necessarily.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably actually going to say no both ways, I think, with Kim and with Chris.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that's my thought.
Okay. Fair.
No knock on Wes, because I think that he's only shown excellence so far. So it's not like I don't think he's going to make it all the way. But
I got a good feeling about Wes.
I just know how crazy this gets the further on we get into this thing.
Well, given how crazy it's been so far,
Right.
it feels like we're setting up for madness moving forward. Okay, well, so if it's no and no, that means Chris is off the hook. He's already by
Thank you so much.
by proxy,
Which-
he's already off the hook. 2 down.
Which means to all that if Guillermo is eliminated at
No, he
any
won't be.
point, or
Pick them first pick.
or
He's not.
Megan, if Megan is eliminated as well, then
She will not
Chris
be either.
will have to bake.
Yep, fair. Great.
Okay.
So that leaves Kim. Jen, I like the strategy of like, well, we're gonna see a cake. All right, I already have to make a cake, so we're gonna see one already. I like the strategy of like not seeing. But wait, so if Kim doesn't, is it? Oh, then we're all just baking. We're baking on Wes, and I think Wes is like super strong. Also, he's my other baker, so I have confidence in his. If I bet no on Kim right now, I'm saying, or if I bet yes, if I bet no on Kim right now.
Hold on, wait. Okay, I'm with you.
Sorry, if I say no on Kim, I'm ostensibly. It's my belief she will then not have to bake because I think Wes is going to make it to the finals. He's my baker, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I sort of have to say yes.
Oh, do you? I'll just remind you last week when I in solidarity voted no.
Come on.
But
Well, one thing-
continue. Man,
One thing
Like,
I'll say is the reason I understand. The one thing I'll say is I understand JT's reasoning because
He wants to eat this cake.
that is the team baker. So it won't just be if Wes doesn't make it to the finals, then JT will have to bake subsequently.
Rule subsection 432 part epsilon is that
it would revert to you.
It would revert to
Would
me.
just
Yeah,
be you?
Well, yeah, because we decided
Oh, okay.
that if like let's say Chris's bake, let's say your team baker had been eliminated this week, we could say we think this is the bake that Chris should do. Like it was, that's how we did it. So we would all only be baking once theoretically.
Oof.
It's okay. You don't have to change your vote. It's fine.
Oh,
It does
man.
sound like
Listen to this.
listen. It does sound like a delicious cake. I will say that.
This
It does
is-
sound delicious.
It does sound delicious.
sounds- I mean, listen. Here's the thing, Nicole. He's a hoe for the apple.
It's true.
He's a hoe.
He's a
All right.
hoe for the
Hoe for the
Alright,
apple.
We know. All right. Well, let's see. So Jen is a no. Chris is.
Chris is a no as well, right?
I didn't say anything.
Oh,
Chris
okay.
is
Oh,
not
go ahead,
saying
Chris.
anything.
I said nothing.
Go ahead, Chris.
Go wait. What if Chris says what? What's I want to hear what Jade.
I'm seeing what Chris's
You're the
vote is
deciding.
going to be
Because
because
you want to be the deciding vote.
no. If oh man, this is getting ugly.
You are the deciding vote anyway. So just go ahead. Let Chris have his say.
Let's see. God, so much pressure.
It'll be 1 a.m. before we decide on
Yeah,
all of
That's
this.
right.
Yeah. Right.
That's right.
I'm gonna say yes.
Oh, okay.
You
Fair
are?
enough.
Why not? You know what? It's a horrible night for Kim in this competition.
Oh.
Why not throw a little more horribleness on top of
But
it?
that's not. But that still doesn't.
Kim
mean that
wins
she's
all
doing
the
it, right?
time.
Oh my.
And now it's my turn to
Oh
gloat.
my God.
It's a victory in itself for me. I say yes. I think Wes is incredibly strong, and that's the other fear. Because Kim's gonna go out in the first 2 weeks and still not bake? Come on.
Wow.
Come on.
Wow.
I'm not that lucky. I'm not that lucky. I lost my wallet and my phone today. Couldn't find them for like 5 hours.
Oh man.
Then I'm just gonna say yes.
What does that have to do with anything?
My luck isn't the greatest.
Oh, okay.
So I feel like Wes might get to the finals and Kim, but like it doesn't even matter. I can tell what Kim says. She goes,
But JT
so
was
I
a
got
no,
out, but I
right?
didn't have to bake.
But
What?
JT was a no anyway, so you're outnumbered.
Kim's
Oh,
gonna be mad.
JT's not a no.
Kim's gonna be mad. I think Kim's gonna have to bake. I think Kim's gonna have to bake.
Oh,
Only because
Curly.
I think we all should have to bake at least once in this season.
Okay, tomato cake.
I'm already making it.
Oh,
I'm already making a tomato cake. Here's the thing.
These will be our anniversary cakes.
It's true.
Kim will be making a ginger cake with ginger apple filling, cream cheese frosting, and Swiss meringue hair.
Yeah.
Nicole, I'm gonna do you
Wow.
right. You know
It's
why?
true.
Because I'll tell you what. Everybody else at this hosting table has had to throw out something they've made.
It's
I have
true.
never
Kim
had to
has
throw
yet
out.
to throw out.
That's
a cake.
true.
I've made.
That's true.
Which is why she's going to be submitted.
And that is the thing. When you see
Baking
them baking, when you
championship
see us bake, it's, you can tell that,
You're like, is this
we're
baking?
not as good as they are.
Right.
We just cut through the BS.
Doesn't take much.
They're like, they did a
Make
Wednesday Addams cake. It's like, look at this. And we're like, yeah, this is mine. And before they can really focus in, I just threw it in the garbage.
Right.
Kim's Wednesday Adam cake was amazing last
It was
year.
very, very
Years
good.
ago. That was years ago.
Yeah, that was
Right?
our first.
Yeah.
That was our inaugural.
Oh,
I had
man.
the big. I think I was the
You
first
were-
bake.
no,
you
no,
were,
I was
you
the first
were,
bake.
Yes, the two-headed monster.
Two-headed monster eclairs.
eclairs, which were
Yeah.
also delicious.
Thank you.
All right.
All right. Kim's baking.
Thank you,
All right,
Renee.
Nicole, I'm gonna do you proud, girl.
Thanks, Renee.
I'll
Renee
make sure he
Marshall.
can taste the ginger.
Yeah, it's true.
Just for you.
Oh man.
Also,
Well, there it
just
is.
So y'all know the way we do this, since we don't know what the hell we're doing, we basically just look up recipes. We
It's
look
true.
Sure.
look up recipes that
Full cheat.
sort of seem like they'll work. Also, I can't have gluten, so ours will both be gluten free. It's gonna be amazing.
It's true.
Renee wants to. Oh yeah, JT's stripper cow. It was an edible stripper cow.
It
cake,
was,
so,
and it
yeah.
looked amazing.
It wasn't
The only way I like my stripper
That
cake
was a
is
no-brainer.
edible.
When JT had that, we were like, no, he's baking that. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, that was
Right.
good stuff.
All right, you guys. We've been talking up this. We've been talking. I want to listen to what everybody else thought about tonight's Bananagrams episode.
Oh,
Can anyone hook us up?
Yes, I can, and it's courtesy of Shoutouts of the Week. Shoutouts of the Week. Shoutouts of the Week.
Oh, God. I hate that song. I hate that song. I hate that song so much. I hate that song.
I did not know that was a thing that existed.
I
in
love the
world.
eek at the end. That should be like that should be your text tone.
Thank you so much,
You're
JT,
welcome.
for that.
You're welcome.
Oh,
It's the little things, guys. When we're doing
Oh, Lord.
These
Oh,
shoutouts
man.
are going to underwhelm in comparison to. Sorry, everyone.
You set the bar too high.
You did. At Marga_re_Tass wrote, I love the new warning at the opening of Halloween Baking Championship. This show marries my love of horror, Halloween, and baking shows perfectly. I agree with
Yeah.
that. I like that they've stuck to that
Yep.
intro
I
there.
had
That's
never
great.
seen the warning though. So when I saw that tweet, I saw the warning. I was like, that is hilarious.
Yeah, you were on the phone right as the episode was starting, so you didn't see it. And
Yeah,
it's very funny.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's like,
And I venture they're going to ride that wave till the end, right? Because this is
Let's hope
episode
so.
2 and they're still going.
Ride it.
Yeah, I
I'm
thought that was
into it.
episode 1.
Keep it
Yeah,
going.
go for it.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. At Myra7, something about Halloween Baking Championship just makes my soul so happy. Fall is the best time of year. It's
Aw.
really fall. You guys, we got gourds all over. Gourds all over our porch. Mums, hay bale. Is it hay bale? What is it called
Hey,
again?
Bill. Yeah, it's Hey, Bill. You did
Hay
it.
bale. Etc.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a tree across the street from the house that, like, even a whiff of cold, and it's just like leaves change and they're on the ground, and it's
like-
probably
And then it's
70%.
Right.
We call it the harbinger tree.
It is
It's the
true.
harbinger of fall.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
That's right.
leaves. Murgy Forever. Are these filled cookies really glorified Pop Tarts?
Oh.
They could be, but they couldn't call them that. What would they call them? Pastry, strudel,
Pastry,
Taste,
hand,
breakfast
no,
paste.
breakfast,
breakfast
Hand
pastries,
breakfast
right?
hand pastries,
pastry.
something
I
like
don't
that.
know.
Yeah, fair enough.
Go on. She got
We ought
stumped
to- we ought
with
to really
breakfast
think about
pastries.
that.
I did.
Yeah.
Going cross-eyed. Also, Murgy Forever, candy those fennel seeds. Make them more palatable. Just another brilliant suggestion for Halloween Baking Championship bakers. I just love the peanut gallery. That's all.
Man, I'm telling you what though, you can candy a fennel seed all you want. That's lipstick on a pig.
Yeah.
I'm calling
All
it.
right.
Black licorice
Fair.
flavor.
Yeah, I'm with you.
There it is. To me, you're perfect. PURFECT, cat fan in the
What?
house, wrote, no one else could have hosted the season better. No one.
All caps.
All caps. All of them.
Wow. Hot take.
Hot take.
Fair though. I mean, we talked about that last week.
Yeah.
He's the right guy to come back. We missed him. He's the guy that should be hosting.
Yeah,
Yep.
agree.
That's
Yep.
it.
Hard agree.
Hard agree. At NN Egg Rome, I don't like fennel. Well, bullshit. That was the flavor I was given. Right? Sorry. We can't bleep. It's live, but come on.
That's pretty great.
That's pretty great. And finally, at Death, Adariva wrote, nice hamburger helper. Shout out Zach Young. An adorable hamburger helper with a little cowboy hat on.
Oh, good times.
Good times. Good times. Good shout outs of the week. Great
shout-outs of the week.
intro.
Great intro.
Great intro.
It's the little things, guys. It's the little things.
That's it.
Do you guys want to know who paid for that intro this week?
Oh, do I ever?
I think
Yeah.
that's
I always
appropriate.
do.
Yeah, it's our sponsor this week. This is man, I didn't know this was a thing until the sponsor reached out, and I was like, all right, let's do it. So this week's episode is brought to you by Mommy Issues. Mommy Issues has all of your issues,
Oh.
all of your mom's favorites. Reader's Digest, back issues
Oh.
of People, Better Homes and Gardens,
I like it.
Ms. Mommy Issues. We've got all of them.
Good housekeeping.
Good Housekeeping, that's another one. Yeah.
Southern
There you go.
Southern Living, yep. The back issues though, like your
Yeah,
mom,
yeah,
the ones
yeah,
your
yeah.
mom.
Sure.
It's great for gifts.
Yeah.
For
Mm.
it's very nostalgic. I'm not really sure what else she didn't tell me a whole lot about how you order them, or I think it's like a number that she flashes on the screen and you have to call to like, place your, it's very old
Can
school.
you-
I don't think they have a website.
Can you
Just a
send
bunch of moms work
You
there.
can send a check or money order.
check or money order too? Uh-huh.
That's all they take. Checks or money.
That's
orders.
it. That's right. That's right.
I like it.
I love it.
Good one. Wow.
No one.
No one.
We'll bring it. It'll be in. I know we're running late, so it'll be a later episode. But we have. Speaking of such things, we unearthed the most incredible
Oh yeah.
Better Homes and Gardens Christmas ideas from like
1985.
Is it
It
1985?
was 85.
Yeah.
Remember? Because we were like, oh, good year. It's like a
Glorious.
hardcover book.
Let's just say there is a fancy ham spread.
Ooh.
As one does.
I'll leave you with fancy ham spread.
Leave
So
it
that's
there.
Wow.
Leave it there.
Fancy ham spread. That's my password for most of the emails I have.
Your username and all dating profiles.
Fancy ham spread. It's just me like on a ham, just like looking up.
Actually, I do have a question for you though.
Oh, is it of the week?
Yeah, it's of the week.
The question of the week.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
All right, guys.
Kim needs her own show, and it's just
Yes.
10 minutes. It's just the question of the week.
Yes.
Just for that intro.
Yes.
Oh, wait. Molly says she's changing her passwords to
Maybe rabies.
Maybe rabies.
All right. This will be a speed round. I know it's late. Everyone's got to turn into pumpkins. So here's what I want to know.
Okay.
I'm going back to mommy issues. It's all about the moms.
Great.
Okay. Your mom.
Oh.
Your mom. Okay. If
Bring it.
your mom turned into a serial killer,
Oh man.
how would she do it? What would be her crazy turn? How would she kill people? And what would be her favorite baked good?
Oh.
Just at the end.
While murdering. Whilst
Your
murdering.
favorite baked good now,
Sure.
you know?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So say again. So
If your mom turned into a serial killer,
yeah, how would she
how
do
would
it?
she do it?
Yeah,
How would she do
so
it?
For example,
What would be her methodology?
Norman Bates' mom, was I don't even know. I actually have never seen Psycho. I'll be
Sure,
honest.
sure.
I can't believe that. I've never seen Psycho. It's something I just learned about myself. It's like I thought I know the shower scene,
Yep.
but I know there's
All right,
something
we're
with
gonna
his
have to watch.
mom.
Yeah,
I
his
don't
mom.
know.
Yeah, that's right.
You know,
Yeah.
Jason's mom doesn't she? I've never seen that one either. She comes out of a lake.
A lot of mom
Does your
issues.
mom come out of a lake? What
Great.
would she do?
Great. Yeah. Great. Man. Okay.
My mom would be the wooden spoon killer.
Oh.
When we were young, my brother and I would act a mess. We'd act up and destroy the house, and we were little troublemakers. And she had a way of getting our attention quick. So if she was on the phone, we lived in this little apartment, and my brother and I had bunk beds. And it'd be, for instance, if it was time for bed and we're fighting or whatever, she would go to the drawer, which had spatulas, wooden spoons, what have you, and she would shake the drawer. So you just hear her go, and then we just stopped. And then when we thought the coast was clear, we'd start messing around again and playing and being stupid. And then we'd hear the wooden spoon come out.
Oh no.
Zing! And then we'd stop again.
That's the noise a wooden spoon makes.
That's the way her wooden spoon sounded.
Uh-huh.
And then if we kept making, acting a fool, she would slam it on the kitchen counter 3 times. She'd go, "Bark, bark, bark!" And literally, it was like this whole cat and mouse game until finally we'd just hear the footsteps. We'd just hear like and then we go, "Ah, ah, ah!" We jump in her bed and she'd open the door with the wooden spoon, silhouetted. The lights would be off. And we'd see her silhouette with the wooden spoon. And she'd go, "Get your bird! Get your bird!" And we're like, "Ah, ah." So how would she kill people? She would scare us to death. With something as innocent as a wooden spoon. Yep. She's very psychological with that. Psychological warfare she would use. Yep. So she would scare us. She never had to beat the crap out of us because we knew better. We were ready for it. We were curled up in the corner, scared to death. And then she would slowly just shut the door. And she'd go, "Arr!" And guess what? She never heard a peep the rest of that night.
That's right.
My brother and I go, yeah, I wasn't scared. And then we just slowly go to sleep. So she'd scare people to death.
Trembling in fear.
And what would she use for dessert? What would the dessert? What's the dessert part? What would
be her baked good?
What would be her baked good? What's her favorite baked good as a serial killer?
Oh God.
I've never once seen her eat anything, any baked good, ever. Never a bite of anything, ever.
Probably a devil dog, and she'd slap it with a spoon.
Of course, it's a devil dog.
She's the one who introduced you to them.
Oh,
Who created this frenzy.
Well, my grandparents did, but she let it happen.
She supported it.
Yeah.
She'd be the wooden spoon killer.
Amazing. I don't know if I have a name for it. So my mom worked in the lab at the hospital. So
Checking Halloween candy.
Exactly. I feel like I gotta go.
Halloween candy.
I feel like I gotta go with she would use like a syringe. She would it'd be like you sneak up behind you and get you with the shunk. And you'd be like, what was that? And you'd turn around and be like,
You would trust her. She's like, I work at the hospital.
Right.
You're like, oh, okay.
Like 4 foot nothing.
My mom is 100% gonna sneak up, but you're not gonna see it coming, and then she's just gonna shunk, and that's it. You're dead. What's interesting is her syringe has the same sound as a wooden spoon.
Yeah.
Her baked good, man. I don't know. I don't see. Mom never eats again. West Virginia's finest cookies, or just cheese and crackers.
There you go.
There you go.
Very sweetly eating cheese and crackers
while she's watching you. Yeah. That's a tough
Precious.
one. We'll probably watch
Precious.
your finest cookies. Yeah.
Good.
Yep.
Good.
Awesome.
Yep.
Good.
That's it.
All right.
You mentioned coming out of the lake, but I actually had the vision of going into the lake because my mom was this amazing diver. And when she was a teenager, she was actually scouted by an Olympic trainer for diving.
What?
And they actually wanted her to train and become a part of the Olympic diving team. And my grandparents were not interested in that level of commitment because it was, I guess, the 50s back, right? 60s. It was the 60s.
It's like, you're also a beautiful model. I love to take some pictures at my garage. But no, the diving thing too.
And I remember even at the community pool, she'd do something fancy, and I'm like, there's like my friends around, Mom. Like, that's not cool. Like, don't do it. So she would like dive into the lake and then pull you in.
Ooh.
So that would be the way that she would get you.
You get mystified with her amazing skills.
That's right.
And when she was coming up for air and you were waiting to congratulate her, you went under.
She just pulled you in. That's right.
Ruthless.
That's it.
Man.
And then, like so many other mothers, you have a hard time remembering what baked goods they enjoy because they're always like just making something for you. So it's not like they're ever enjoying their lives, or anything.
You're too busy sucking the life out of them, I guess.
Fair. Yeah.
I mean, it would be something. I just had like the memory of the Merit Menthol 100 like ultralight cigarettes, just one after the other. So it'd be like some sort of smoked. Dessert.
Some kind of minty.
Right, minty smoked
mint.
Yeah, it's like a creme de menthe or something type chocolate ganache mixture.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Just throw a little chocolate.
Just doohickey M&M.
Right.
Kimberly.
Well, so my mom, I think my mom would be the shamer. And so you'd know that she was coming to she'd be like a ghostly killer. Like she'd be like supernatural, right? And you'd know that she was coming because you'd hear her just slamming around the kitchen mad. Like you just hear like stuff slamming in the kitchen. You'd go in the kitchen, there'd be nothing. You'd be like, who is slamming around in my house? And then suddenly you would like realize that you hadn't put the laundry away. And you would just start putting the laundry away and then taking it out and putting it away and taking it out because then you wouldn't be able to stop. Whatever like you were most ashamed about, you would just do it
Oof.
to death. You know? It'd be like a Freddy Krueger psychological thing where it was like,
Yeah.
you suddenly like you'd be whatever you were most ashamed of, or what's the thing that you're, that
Oh,
your chore, the
man.
chore that you didn't, you'd
Yeah.
be like doing dishes until your hands just fell off
Oh,
into bloody
no.
stumps, yeah, that's
Whew.
what you do.
That's like a Saw kind of thing.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. No,
okay.
it's more Freddy Krueger. It's more psychological, like,
yeah.
like just repetitive, whatever, yeah.
The shamer.
The shamer. And what's
We're
your favorite?
super complimentary of our mothers.
Yeah.
Observation.
I mean, horror is always about exaggerating some, some feature. So, and I think, my mom, it's funny, she actually is not, and she's still with us, thank goodness. She is not a baker and was not a baker. That's not to say she didn't, wasn't a good cook. She just wasn't like me.
Yeah.
I think I must get I like savory better. But I have this very visceral experience of her. She likes to, at lunch, she likes to read a book and eat tuna fish on wavy, like, Lay's chips. She'll just take chips. And so she would just be like, you'd see her and she'd just be eating tuna and chips. With her
with a
book.
little chocolate ganache on it.
She just drips a little
Cream de menthe.
tuna ganache. Tuna.
Oh, happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy.
Send your therapy.
Delightful answers.
Good, quick question, Kim. I loved it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, we have hit the 12:37. So let's take a look ahead to next week, season 7, episode 3.
This week, it's tomorrow. Wait.
Bat in Black is the name of the episode. Competition is only getting tougher as at Camp Devil's Food Lake as host John Henson challenges the bakers to make creepy cupcakes and a British classic that is completely batty. What do you think that is?
Batarang.
A batarang?
Mm-hmm.
British classic is a batarang?
I just remember them saying something about a batarang.
Oh, you heard
and
of
I was
it.
like, I know that name from Great British Bake
Oh, there you
Off,
go.
so it must be that.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Judges Stephanie Boswell, Carla Hall, and Zach Young will determine who survives another week at camp. There you have it.
Whew.
Well, first off, thanks everybody who tuned in tonight to watch with us after show. I suspect we'll be pausing live for a bit, but we'll certainly let you know next time we're going to do it because this has been awesome. Such a pleasure having all these bakers in on the show with us tonight. Just chatting it up, giving us a little inside scoop. If you want to know when we're doing another live show, you should follow us on all of our socials. We're right here on Facebook at Fantasy Baking Championship. We're on Instagram at Fantasy Baking Championship. We're on Twitter at Fantasy Baking. Jen and Chris are live tweeting the show every week, so you can join them for conversation live every week. And if you want to listen to all our older episodes, you can catch us on our website at fantasybakingchampionship.com.
For all of your podcasting places.
Or all your podcasting, but yeah, wherever you get your
Everywhere.
podcast.
That's it.
You cannot escape
That's
from
right.
us. For we are everywhere.
It's true.
True.
All right, so we got some bakes to schedule.
Mhm.
Oh man, guys, it's gonna be a long.
Can't
night for me.
hardly wait.
Look at the mad.
JT already ends up on the couch by the morning because of the
It's 'cause
cats.
of the
He just
cats,
may
sure.
start out on the couch tonight.
Dang!
Wow.
The cats lay next to Kim. They're like, I'm not going up there. It's really sad.
They're like, we wouldn't have made you big, Mom. All right. Is that it? Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
I'm
Nothing left to
good.
do. Thanks everybody again. We so appreciate you. We'll see you again real soon. I guess until then.
Bake it till you bake it. Maybe rabies.